Good Sunday morning and happy Father's Day. Holy crap, y'all. I somehow managed to lose 5.2 this week. I am now at 303.6. What? This is going to be a short one today. I just got back from the dog park. It is toasty out there already. And I'm going to be gone next weekend adventuring, so there may be no video. Today we're talking about a substance that is now being considered just as addictive as street drugs. We're talking about sugar. You guys, it's in everything. And the reason we're talking about it today is because all of my new keto peeps are going to be out there trying to shop for their food and making the best decisions that they can. And it's going to be difficult. Your shopping trips are now going to take twice as long as they did before until you get used to what you need to be doing. You should probably start by shopping the perimeter. That's just a grocery store thing. Your dairy is generally around the perimeter. Your meat, your produce, all that stuff. Once you start going into those aisles is where things start getting sketchy. Sadly, usually the bakery is also around the perimeter. Just avert your gaze. Don't go there. The store closest to me has desserts. The bakery desserts right by my heavy whipping cream. I feel like I need to write a very strongly worded letter. But the best way to start avoiding all those hidden sugars, shop the perimeter. So what are you looking for those hidden sugars? Because they don't all say sugar. Sometimes they say syrup, like high fructose corn syrup. That's bad. Fructose, not great. Fructose comes from fruit. Generally, that is the sugar found in fruit. But it's still going to add carbs, and you're on keto, meant to avoid fruit. Save for the low glycemic, like blackberries, raspberries, things like that. So avoid anything that says sugar or syrup. You need to avoid the honey, the maple syrup. Even though paleo said that was okay, keto says it is not okay. And we're focused on keto right now. Things like dates that may be in something. That's a fruit, a very, very, very sugary fruit. So if something's sweetened with dates, no. Then you have tricky words like maltodextrin and dextrin. That's a no. And you're not going to probably remember all the scientific jargon for hidden sugars. So you basically should incorporate the rule of if you can't pronounce it, you probably shouldn't eat it. And if you're real good at pronouncing hard words, the more scientifically named crap that is in your food, the less likely you are supposed to be eating it. You want to avoid processed food because it's bad for you. You want to stick with whole foods, natural foods. When you buy an avocado, it's not coming with an ingredients label because it's an avocado. That is a whole food. Eat the avocado. When you buy a steak from your butcher, it contains steak, beef, not beef plus all the crap. Hopefully, that's what you should be doing. So when things start to have the ingredients labels, you need to read them. Even if you've been buying coconut aminos, for instance. I'm good. I've bought coconut aminos before. They're not all the same. Some have more carbs than others. Some have snuck in crap you shouldn't be having. It's fine if you have your brand of something that you get every single time. Fantastic. You just found yourself one thing you don't need to read every time. But as soon as you start switching brands, even if it's the same product, you still have to read the label and look for the hidden sugars and the other crap. Anything basically that ends in ose, O-S-E, probably a sugar. Lactose is the sugar in milk. Fructose. You want to avoid those. Now, sucralose. That's an ose. It's an artificial ose. It is heavily debated in keto. If you are clean keto, you are not having sucralose. You are not having your sugar-free Torani syrup in your coffee. I am clearly not clean keto because that happens in my coffee every single day. But there are a lot of people who do dirty keto who are okay with sucralose. But here's where it's tricky. If you have certain health conditions like a thyroid issue, sucralose may affect that. It can cause inflammation in your body. It can affect you in different ways. So if you are dropping the sucralose in the coffee or other things all day thinking, I'm golden, this is artificial sweetener, it's not an actual sugar. If your weight loss is stalled, you're not getting anywhere, you might need to cut the sucralose because your body doesn't like it. They will call it weird things like diastatic malt, Florida crystals, things that have nothing to do with sugar, you think, but it is. And again, you're not going to remember all of these. Avoid the oses, O-S-E, avoid syrup, avoid sugar, avoid highly scientific names that are probably a recipe for disaster. And if you want to get real gangster about your keto, avoid long ingredients lists altogether. That is your best bet for keeping the sugar demon out of your food. Because once you start sneaking it in all these little places, keto's going to get a lot harder. Okay. That's as far as I'm going on sugar today. You already know you can't have any on keto because you did your research. I am just reminding you that it is hidden in everything. They call it 50 some different things to try and sneak it in there. So shop your perimeters. Stay the hell away from the mile-long ingredients lists. Watch your nutrition labels and start to learn all those silly terms for sugar. Again, not going to be here next week. It would be awesome if I could drop below 300 next week. But I feel like that won't happen. After a 5.2 loss this week. And let's be real, Shark Week approaching. It's just not likely. Remember, manage your expectations. But in 2 weeks, that is very likely happening, especially with all the exercise I'm getting this coming weekend. Can't even stand it. Okay. Have an altogether fantastic week. Or 2 weeks, whenever I have another Sunday sit down. It would still be super fantastic if you would click subscribe, ding the bell so you get notifications, share these things. It's kind of therapeutic for me to do this, but I still would like people to be actually watching them so that there's a real point to it. Okay, comment. Tell me if there's questions you want me to answer or things you want me to talk about, because that would help. And watch out for the sugar dragon, because it's a real mother